Hello everyone, and welcome back to suffix A S M R. I'm not sure if I correctly mirrored that this time. I didn't plan to make this video. I had something else in mind, but I was watching the Pokemon Presents this morning, and I thought it was really cool. And upon further reflection, and this is why it's at all relevant, that some of their names are rather tingly. So, why not? I'm going to be naming all of the Pokemon that there's like a reasonable chance are going to be featured in the new IP Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus. I think it's either, but Arceus has that nice. So first, here's all of the Pokemon that have been like shown doing animated activity in the trailers. We've got Apom, and Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig. Then we've got a nice Sinnoh line of Starly, Staravia, Staraptor, down to Staravia, down to little Starly. Another Sinnoh line, which makes sense, is Shinx, then Luxio, then Luxray. Shinx, Luxio, and then Luxray. Then we've got Wurmple, and Beautifly, not Multiply, Beautifly, Wurmple, and then Beautifly. Obviously, there's the starters for the game, Cyndaquil, Oshawott. It's like OSHA, but it's not, because it's Pokemon. Oshawott. They would get fined if they did Oshawott. They wouldn't get fined. Then we've got Rowlet. Backwards, that would be Telwar, but it's not, it's Rowlet. Why would you think that? And we've got everyone's favorite, Bidoof. Bidoof doesn't make good sounds. Bidoof does make good sounds. And that evolves into Bibarel. You could say Bibarel, but you'd be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong. You'd be right. Who are we to say that pronunciation is different? We've got the Pikachu clone, Pachirisu. It's a little squirrel, electric squirrel, Pachirisu. Not tiramisu, Pachirisu. There you go. You got it. We've got one of the mascots that was featured in Pokken Tournament, but everyone seems to love it, and I think it's rather overrated. Lucario. And then and followed up by Chatot. 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 Chatot was featured in one of those Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. I think it was the first one I played. Explorers of Time, I want to say. Chatot. Chatot was good. Gotta pick up the pace a little bit. We've got Snover, and Abomasnow, and Snover. Also in the ice fields, we've got Snorunt into Glalie, or Frostlass, Snorunt into Glalie or Frostlass or Glalie. Say that many times fast. I dare ya, I double dog dare ya, I triple dog dare ya. Yeah. Chingling. It's kind of hard not to swallow that lang. Chingling. It's a bell. It's all it is. It's a little bell that you jingling. That evolves into Chimecho. I didn't think much of Chimecho, but it's Gen 4, and it's a little tie, so I can't hate it. I don't love it, but I can't hate it. We've got Shellos East. That's the blue and green one. Blue and green and blue and blue and green and blue and green and blue. And then Gastrodon of the same ilk. Gastrodon or ilk? Which is the better Pokemon name? Ilk. And you've got Weasel and Floatzel. What kind of Pokemon what animal are they based on? Because you've got several otters already. Several otters. And they need, like, flotation devices. That's why they float. Weasel and Floatzel. I don't know. Munchlax into Snorlax. I hate Snorlax and Pokemon Unite. Munchlax and Snorlax. A lot of X's in Pokemon, aren't there? A lot of healthy and you got Krogunk and Toxicroak. They're always a fun duo, and they're always accompanied by Stunky and Skuntank. Not Skunky and Skuntank. No, Skunky and Stuntank? No, sir. Stunky and Skuntank. Oh, that's how you name a fictional animal. Bronzor and Bronzong. I'm pretty surprised that Bronzor and Bronzong are confirmed in the game in their, like, normal forms, because Metal kind of conflicts with this ancient days world that they're trying to go for in Legend Arceus. But Bronzor and Bronzong are there maybe just to spite me. They're there to spite me and prove me wrong. Terrible. Spheal and Celio. I'm still waiting to see if Seal and Dugong are there, but we know we have Spheal and Celio, and I think we've missed out, because as much as I like Walrein and I think it's cooler, Seal and Dugong are way more elegant, and I think a little too simple of a design. They could really use some extra love. Speaking of extra love, do you know what Pokemon get extra love? Stantler got extra love. Because there's an evolution for it that we know is in the game called Weirdeer. Man, these Pokemon just get weirder and weirder. Sorry, I had to. If you were up here, you would know I had to. Weirdeer, such a cool looking Pokemon. It's got a beard. A weird beard here. There's no hope for me left. Then we've got another evolution, Basculegion. Basculegion, Basculegion, Basculegion. I think this is exactly what Basculin needed, because it just became a Basculegion, and Basculegion is so much cooler. So much cooler. So much cooler. Although it makes me wonder, will there ever be a Pokemon that doesn't evolve? Like, pretty soon I think we're going to get a Shuckle evolution, and then you know that they just want everything to evolve. Everything to evolve. Nothing can stay. Nothing can stay. Nothing can stay. Then we've got some forms that were confirmed in this latest video. We've got Hisui and Braviary. Braviary. It's not Braviary. I know that. Not Braviary. Braviary, because it's aviary. Braviary. Hisui and Braviary. Hisui and Braviary. Yeah. And it looks pretty cool, pretty psychic. I think it's psychic. And then we've got Hisui and Growlithe. Hisui and Growlithe, a good little fire pepper. A good little fire pepper gets some extra love. Hisui and Growlithe. Hisui and Growlithe. And that's nice because Vulpix already got that Alolan form, so Growlithe looking pretty fun. Looking like one of those, I don't want to get it wrong, but those Chinese lions, or are they Chinese dogs? But, you know, like the ones of myth. It's looking really cool, whatever it is. Confirmed, we have Teddiursa and Ursaring. Teddiursa, Ursaring, Teddiursaring, Teddiursaring, Ursaring, Teddiursa. Teddiursa and Ursaring, them both. We have Kricketot for all you bug lovers. Kricketot, 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 tot. And Yanma and Kricketot, Yanma and Kricketot, Yanma and Kricketot. Alright, we've got Swinub and Piloswine, another ice group. Ralts, Gallade, and Gardevoir. Ralts, Gallade, and Gardevoir. Ralts, Gallade, and Gardevoir. Gardevoir and Gallade, and also Little Ralts. Little Ralts is there as well. Ponyta and Rapidash, but not the Galarian, just the regular Ponyta and Rapidash. Clefairy. Baneri. Hippopotas and Hippop. Almost added a lot of extra P's. A lot of but instead it's just Hippopotas and Hippowdon. Hippopotas and Hippowdon. We also have Vulpix. I mentioned her before. I think it's just a her. It's one of those Pokemon that's only female. Vulpix. We got Gyarados. That's how you spell it. Gyarados, but it's Gyarados. And Gyarados is there. Crobat. Crobat's always a fun one. I think it's a Gen 3? 3, not 1, not 2. Not 1, not 2, not 1, not 2. But 3? 3. 1, 2, 3. Evolution. It's there. We've got Rhyhorn and Rhydon. In the water, we've got Tentacool and Tentacruel. And the Tentapool having lots of fun. Did you like my rhyme? Also in the water is Golduck. Geodude and Graveler. Geodude and Graveler. Geo, the dude, Graveler. That would be its name if it were a human, and Dude was its nickname like in The Big Lebowski, but it's not. It's Geodude. And his cousin Graveler. Or are they siblings? I don't know. You'll have to ask it. Drapion. I consider Drapion to be related to Skuntank, Stunky, Krogunk, and Toxicroak. They're all those poison types, and they all kind of hang out together on the Pokedex. Yeah, they're a fun trio. That should be the name of a new Pokemon. Fun trio. But we definitely do have Bonsly. Bonsly is a real Pokemon. So a fake monster that definitely exists. And it's definitely in the game. Bonsly. That backwards is terrible. It's Ilsnob. No one wants Ilsnob. Everyone wants Bonsly. Everyone goes to Bonsly for advice. Bonsly's a really reliable character. And it is a baby. So that's just like embarrassing. We got Gibble and Garchomp. Nosepass and Probopass. Pass. I added those bopes for fun. It's not actually its name. Carnivine. Magneton. Just like Bronzor, surprises me that it's there in its old form, because metal kind of reminds me of a new age. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. But not for Pokemon, apparently. Eevee, and that's going to be interesting. I'll talk about Eevee later. Mr. Mime. I'm not even going to repeat that thing's name because it will haunt your dreams if you let it. Machoke. Purr may be ugly, but not you. Just purr. Sorry. Gliscors is the plural. Gliscor. That's all I have to say about that. Magmortar, and Tangrowth, and Magmortar, and Tangrowth. And Onyx. Another return of the Can you tell the difference of and I don't know if you can. Can you? I don't know if you can. Heracross, and Abra. Budju. Oh, apologies. That's not a Pokemon. That was just me saying sorry. And Pikachu. So in total, Totoro, that is 91 Pokemon that are being shown, just in the two trailers that have been released. But then here's some more deep digging that maybe you won't see on a more solidified platform. On the map, you can see Psyduck, Finneon, the art for Shellos West and Gastrodon West, Shellos West and Gastrodon West, 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 West. And then also, I'm kind of iffy on it, but I also see it in the trailers. There's some pretty weird trees, not a weird deer, just a weird tree. It's very twig-like, and since we already know that Bonsly's in the game, and I bet that's a Sudowoodo, a different type of Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo gets a different type, that's what I'm guessing, but this isn't really a guessing video, so we'll move on. If those are all true, then it's 94. We're up to 94. Counting is a trigger, so we went from 91 plus 3 to 94. And then also on the Team Galaxy building, there's busts of Magikarp, and Galarian Weezing. Now, Galarian Weezing makes me think it's not gonna be in the game, and neither will Magikarp, because it's a Galarian form. It had its game. It doesn't need to be special again. But Magikarp is interesting because Magikarp's in most games, and Gyarados is in the game. So how do you get Gyarados and not Magikarp? You don't. So if that's true, we went from 94 plus 2, that is 96. 94 plus 2 is 96. And then finally, what we can assume based off of the evolutionary lines. It's pretty standard, so I won't have to explain. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I'm not going to over-explain. We've got Ambipom. Evolved from Apom. Monferno and Infernape, Prinplup and Empoleon, and Grottle and Torterra. Grottle is a great ASMR. Grottle. And Torterra, all of those probably in the game. Silcoon, Cascoon, and Dustox. Cascoon, and Silcoon, and Cascoon, and Dustox. Especially Silcoon. They might cut Cascoon and Dustox. They never get as much love as Beautifly does, but I don't prefer them. If I'm going to be honest, I prefer them. Obviously, we're going to have some variation on Dartrix, Decidueye, Quilava, Typhlosion, and Dewott and Samurott, since they are the starters for the game. Dartrix and Decidueye, those are who I'm going to be gunning for. Tell me if you want who you are going to be picking. We've got Riolu, probably. Walrein. Since we've got Weirdeer. Probably have Stantler. Stantler's a probably. Stantler's a maybe. Stantler's on the fence. Same goes for Basculin. We got Rufflet. I don't mean to rufflet any feathers. Arcanine. Cricketune, and Yanmega. There's also Mamoswine, Curlia, Cleffa, Cleffa. Oh, gotcha. Ninetales, Zubat, Golbat, Rhyperior. Golem, Skorupi. Golem and Gabite, and Rhyperior, Magnemite, Magnezone. I told you I'd talk about Eevee, and here we go. I don't think they're going to have all the evolutions. I don't know, something about it. But you're not here for my opinions. You're here to know what's the roster. So, there's Flareon, there's Jolteon, there's Vaporeon, there's Espeon, there's Umbreon, there's Leafeon, there's Glaceon, and there's Sylveon. There's Sylveon there for you too. Sylveon and Glaceon and Leafeon and Umbreon and Espeon and Vaporeon and Jolteon and Flareon. How many times do you want me to say it, guy? Okay? Alright. Back to being serious. Mime Jr. That was terrible timing. Mime Jr. Machop, Machamp, Machop and Machamp. They're probably both in Glameow, 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 Gligar, 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 Magby and Magmar, Magby and Magmar, Tangela, 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 Tangela. I'm gonna name Tangela Terry. Tell me why. Tangela, Tangela, Tangela. Steelix. Steelix is there. Steelix is probably there. Kadabra and Alakazam. Kadabra and Alakazam, especially if Machop and Machamp are in, then Kadabra and Alakazam. Some of my personal favorites: Roselia and Roserade, Roselia and Roserade, Roserade and Roselia. Luminion. I think we might begin for an evolution on Luminion, or Carnivine. Going crazy up here. Like I said about the Galarian wheezing, possibly coughing, but I wouldn't put it on the same level as all these others. And then we haven't actually seen in-game footage of it, so I didn't put it in the other column. But Arceus, it's about Arceus, so Arceus is going to be there. How many times can you say Arceus in a sentence? I don't know, Arceus. What about you, Arceus? Arceus. And that brings the total up to 159, 159, 159. 96 plus 63 is 159. Did you know that? Did you know that 96 plus 63 equals 159? So that pretty much concludes what we know so far. And I think that might be all we get. All the Pokemon that I listed here. I mean, 159 isn't the most we've ever gotten, but it's also not the least. 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 I would not be disappointed if it was cut off after this 159. I wouldn't be disappointed. I am hopeful that there's more, but I wouldn't be disappointed if I'm let down. That doesn't sound like logic, but please believe me. If you don't believe me, who will? Alright, and so that's the breakdown. Boys and gals and non-binary pals. Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in, and if you're using this as ASMR and not for a breakdown, then go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. Oh my god, it's bedtime. Alright.